Hey, this is Skylar,
One space.
and
Large space. Space
I
narrated.
am
Heading.
here to talk to you about something that I discovered. Did you know that a certain medical device could be used as a self-soothing tool? What? What? Well, guess what? It can, if your name is Skylar. Um, okay, so now, I don't know if you know this, but I've read certain vlogs and blogs on like baby center and stuff like that that say that some babies can fall asleep if you gently pat them on their hind quarters, on their bottoms. If you like gently pat a baby on its bottom, it will fall asleep. Now, my cousin's baby came over here once, and my cousin did that to the baby, and the baby fell asleep. It's just a very gentle, rhythmic pat on the baby's hind quarters. They say that that makes them fall asleep because it duplicates the rhythm of the mother's heartbeat. I don't know how true or false that is, so I'm not going to say if that's true or false. Um, but I do know that it works on babies and adults. I know there are some adults that find it soothing to be very gently patted on their hindquarters like a baby. Um, so why am I bringing this up? Well, I've discovered that a medical tool, a certain medical tool, can be used to duplicate that sensation. Ta-da! This is a reflex hammer. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a reflex hammer. The head's kind of, I need to tighten the screw. But this is a reflex hammer. It's the type it's what the doctor uses to like pound on your knee to get your knee to kick out. The head, like right here, is rubberized. It's like kind of like the texture of a pencil eraser, and the handle is telescoping, and it comes out to like that much, and it's just a telescoping. And to get it back, you simply go like that, and it's back to its small size. Now, why am I showing you this hammer? Because what you can do is you can, like, sometimes I'm stressed, or sometimes I'm going through I call it a howlscapade, and I don't really have, people that I live with aren't very willing to, you know, baby me and gently pat me on my hind end like I'm a baby. So, because maybe they're stressed too. So, I came up with the idea of getting a hammer just for that reason. Now, this is a reflex hammer. It's not the kind of hammer you use to hammer in a nail. No, 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 no. This is a reflex hammer. It's very lightweight. I would say it weighs a little bit more than like a mechanical pen. So it's not really that heavy. And it doesn't really, you know, sound that ferocious. At least to me, it might to you guys. But, um, yeah. So what you do is you just extend it like so. And then you just gently pat yourself on your hind end. Like if you were a baby. Um, Now, what this does is it kind of simulates the tapping, the gentle tapping that you would feel, if somebody was to like pat you on your hind end like you were a baby. Now, I'm not talking about a spanking here. I'm talking about like I'm sure you've seen it, like people with babies, to get the baby to go to sleep, they'll gently pat it on, either their back or their uh, hind quarters, and the baby falls asleep. This is what this that's what I use this hammer to simulate. Just the gentle pats that a mother would give, to make a baby go to sleep, on its hind end. Um, Now, does this work as far as stress relief? To me, yes, it does. And to me, I mean, it's not meant to hurt. It's supposed to be a very, 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 very super gentle tap. So yes, it does work for stress relief, and it does work for, soothing. Like if I'm going through a howlscapade, it kind of helps me to calm down. What is a howlscapade? A howlscapade is like a fit of usually long, mournful crying, like wounded wolf crying. Like, have you ever heard somebody cry and it sounds like, oh, that it kind of sounds like that? Kind of a long, drawn out cry, I guess you'd call it. That's what a howlscapade is. Like, for example, you could say, I saw Titanic and it was so sad that I broke it into a long 1 hour howlscapade. That's just an example sentence, but you know what I mean. Just a fit of long, wailing, howling cries. Usually you can't stop. Once you get started, it's kind of hard to stop when you're in a howlscapade. And people like me who have a heart and lung condition really shouldn't be going into howlscapades because like, you run out of air. So, for me to calm down, I use this hammer, and it just gently, I just use it to gently pat myself on the back or on the hindquarters. And I like the fact that it's telescoping, as I keep trying to show you. The handle, it goes out for a long ways. And this is the head. And it's rubber, so it does not hurt. What hits you is the rubber. But usually I do it over clothes, or like through a blanket. Like, it's usually when I'm doing it, when I'm practicing this technique, I'm in like bed trying to go to sleep, but I can't because I'm in the middle of a howlscapade. So what I do is I just gently, pat myself on my back or my hindquarters, and eventually I fall asleep. So, I don't know if this would work for an actual baby. It might, because it does feel a lot like a mother, gently, rhythmically tapping a baby on its hindquarters. So, yeah. Anyways, maybe you should try that for yourself and see how it works if you're not afraid to be a kid at heart and try something new, for stress relief. So if you do, please tell me how it worked for you. And if you think I'm crazy, please tell me that, of course, in a nice manner. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope that you were able to understand everything that I tried to tell you.